Hi folks, welcome back to Homestead Aquarius. Today is day 20. 20 days left till spring here in Alabama, north central Alabama. I hope y'all enjoyed that little dramatic slow motion shovel going in the dirt there. It's pretty neat. These cameras nowadays can do all kinds of things. Makes telling your story so much easier if you can figure all of it out. Hey, since yesterday's video, I thought of a few things that I really wanted to talk about. This rain is, I'm going to be doing good to get this video in here with this rain moving in, raining on me now. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about HugelKultur and what we're coming to call regenerative agriculture and practices before I get on to my regular work if the rain holds up. So y'all bear with me here. Anyhow, let's do the official thing. Today is day 20 of my Days Till Spring challenge. Okay, where I just shoveled in here, I did that for a reason. I want you to take a look at this. You see, right in here where it's darker, and then it fades off into the light. Well, that's the topsoil. That is what I have to work with here. And down here we've got the subsoil, and that leads on down into clay and then further on into bedrock. Now, if you notice, it's, not very thick. Look right here next to my hugel bed. This is not a very thick layer. Only goes down about that far, and the rest of it's has some things in it, has minerals of all kinds that the plant sends the roots down into to get their nutrition to feed us. But it's not thick. The earth is covered with a thin layer of our topsoil. And over the years, that's been degraded. Before we were able to really do a whole lot more than just live off the land like wild folks. Well, we didn't have tractors, and we didn't have horse-drawn equipment and tractors and everything that we've got today. And in the years past, in our recent history, we didn't know as much as we thought that we know today. We didn't know that much, and we had some bad farming practices, maximizing production. We lost a lot of soil through the years, through erosion. Our forests all over the globe that had been there for countless centuries and thousands of years, millions of years, building up that topsoil, they're gone. We've cut them all down, using them to build houses and everything else. And so when we talk about regenerative agriculture and practices, what we're talking about is putting back into the earth what needs to be regenerated, regenerating the earth and the soils that we use. We're trying to give back more than we take. And I think for most people that would be an uncommonly good concept, to give back more than you take. Everything on our planet has the same thing. We're part of what they call the carbon cycle. All life on Earth pretty much, I think, is all carbon based. I don't think we've got anything yet from Star Trek in here, or Star Wars, whichever a fan you are of. But everything that makes life possible for us is contained in this thin layer of topsoil. Now we've got, dandelions symbolizing the plants, our birds, roots from the trees, pine cones. Just thought I'd bring in a few little things here to show. But all of life, including us, even the fish in the ocean, there's a The oceans harbored life before the land, but there's a carbon cycle going there as well. And there's a type of soil that's on the bottom of the ocean where the plants send their roots into. And anyhow, I think y'all get the point. That thin layer of topsoil is what we count on for life. Now, that brings me into the hugel beds. HugelKultur. It's certainly a wonderful practice for regenerative agriculture. It's not by any means the only practice for regenerative agriculture and permaculture. It's not. But I want you to look at something. It's one of the most simple things that we can do to help maintain that carbon cycle. Not only that, but build it up. Build it up much thicker. Our soil. We've got a thin layer here of topsoil before, let's see, have I got my hand in here? Okay, there's my hand. All right, we've got this thin layer of topsoil, and then we've got basically clay, subsoil. But now look at this. All right, this is the edge of where I've got built into my hugel bed. This is what I've got done so far here. Look at where this is going to go. This hugel bed is going to go and make new topsoil for me, for my plants to grow into. It's going to make probably another foot or two deep. Probably a foot deep at least, let's say. So this little 3 or 4 inch layer of topsoil that we have left here at my place, I'm going to regenerate that topsoil that has been lost through the years by using HugelKultur. This will all break down into soil. So I just wanted to, I guess, preach on that just a little bit more and tell you what it means to me and why I think it's so important that we do things in such a much more natural way. Again, not everyone can do that, and certainly not all food that we need on this planet is capable of being produced that way. But just wanted to do a little quick thing there. Looks like the sun's come back out, and I won't be rained out today, at least for the next little bit. So thanks for listening to the little impromptu talk there. I'm gonna get to work here. Before I start filling up my hugel bed with the wood, I want to show you something real quick and let you know something. I dug that dandelion up. It was about to be in a very bad place, and it served well my talk there earlier. But to many people, dandelions are weeds. To me, they're one of my friends. They were brought here from Europe. They were cultivated in Europe for a very long time, and they were brought over here. So, for better or worse, that's the story of that. They are a food, one of the wild things that we can eat, and has a lot of uses. And another video I'll make, I'm going to tell you about the wild things and the people that like to eat the wild things. That'll be for another day. Just a reminder to make room for nature. And I've made room for that dandelion right here in my Jerusalem artichoke bed. Well, I think that's going to do it for today for me working outside I have got this grow bed, got the bottom layer of the wood in here, and I think that's looking pretty good. I may make a few adjustments, of course, as I go. What's going to wind up happening, as I've said, I think all of this, all of my property up through here is going to be in these terraced off HugelKultur grow beds, and it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for spring, and I hope you folks are too. It's been kind of a cold day, and a lot of wind and some rain, but by George, it's worked out okay. I tell you some funny things. I want to say a couple of things. When I got up this morning, the first video that I saw today while I was sitting there with my cup of coffee was Daniel out there at Copperhead Road Homestead, and his video, he was talking about regenerative farming practices. Today's video was fantastic. He did one on rotational pasture grazing for his pigs. He's got a great place out there. He and I are starting our channels about the same time, but we have much different situations. He has acreage there that's over 100 acres, where I have about a half acre here. And you're going to see some amazing things. And this morning's video was absolutely fantastic. So Daniel, Copperhead Road Homestead, you knocked it out of the park this morning, buddy. And we some of the things that he was saying, I'm feeling the same pain. As you're starting up something like this and you're sharing your life with people, you know how to do the work. You know what you want to do, but now here you go. You've got your left hand over here doing this. A lot of times you're out there by yourself doing something. So you got your left hand trying to film the right hand, and you got to learn how to make that work. I have not yet. So good luck, Daniel, on that. You're doing a fine job and a better job than I am. And you're going to be brighter than the sun one day and twice as big. I hope so. I wanted to give back some thanks to my two mothers, Mother Nature and my earthly mother. One thing that my mom always gets excited about, still to this day, is that rich black earth, that soil. And that's always stuck with me. You know, I've got some here, and I think if she were here, she would, she'd be all excited about that. Because with that rich black dirt, you can find some of that dirty money in there. Look at there. The money that you save by growing your own food, that's what I'm all about. And the natural way that I'm going to do it, I know it's going to be healthy. So thank you, Mother Nature. Thank my mom. And a special thank you I want to send out to, let me get this car passed by here. Rude people trying to go by here while I'm making a video. I want to give a special shout out to Claudia Fungihead. Now, of course, that's not her real name. That's her name on Facebook. She is a wonderful lady that has spent a lot of her life. She has dedicated her life, a lot of it in recent years, to the advancement of knowledge about fungi of all kinds, mushroom cultivation, identification. And she shared video out to the Cave Spring Mushroom Society, or Cave Spring Mushroom Group on YouTube. Now, I'm in two groups for mushrooms, maybe a couple more, but the ones that I know of that have the absolute most top-notch people and experts, we're all in so many groups, but You can find the Alabama Mushroom Society, once again, and you can find the Cave Spring Mushroom Group in Georgia. And they have so many experts to help you figure out what kind of mushrooms you got. I mention that so much because, you know, the fungi, it's the major component of life. It breaks down everything and recycles it and helps to create the soil, which we all depend on. So anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. There's some other things I wanted to say, but now I've completely forgotten, so that's probably a good place to stop. So today, on day 20 of my Days Till Spring challenge, I want to say goodbye to you, and I hope that I see you tomorrow, or y'all see me tomorrow, on day 19. Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful evening.